jam-packed Falcons Nest in Benton, Indiana. It's always this way when these two teams get together. The 91st meeting between Westview and Fairfield in a Northeast Corner Conference clash on TV 46. How you doing, everybody? Between my Hall of Fame partners, Bob Nagel and Bo Hunt, it's Chuck Freebie. So great to have you with us on a Friday night here in Indiana. Bob, the Westview Warriors, a team that we're used to seeing have success. They come in here with a record of 9-3. They have LaGrange County's all-time leading scorer in Charlie Yoder, but it would be a disservice to the Warriors to say it's just about Charlie.
You're absolutely right, Chuck. They've got, well, first of all, they got 3 Yoders and 3 Millers, so it could be one of those guys that we got to keep an eye on. But the thing is, the head coach is also a Yoder, and he knows what he's doing. He's built a nice program. We've watched this team now for 4 years with Charlie Yoder part of it. This is his senior year. He wants it to be very special. Litweiler's there to help him out, and I love Egley and what he does as a three-point shooter. This is a very solid team.
Meanwhile, the Fairfield Falcons 4-8 in Randy Deshawn's first year at the helm. They lost a lot of talent to graduation last year, but as Randy builds this team, he remains optimistic.
Well, he should. He's got kids that have really bought in. Now, we just spent some time talking to one of the senior student athletes of the week, and he said that we have all made a commitment to join in with Coach Deshawn and to buy into what he's doing because we respect him as a coach. And he's got a young man, Nolan Sherrick, who is an outstanding player. He's got some guys that are really starting to come along, and you can mark the progress from the beginning of the season to now to know how good they can be by the end of the year.
Bo Hunt with us again on the sidelines tonight. And Bo, when I look at the numbers, and numbers sometimes do lie, but Fairfield scores 40 points a game and Westview scores 60 points a game. And when I look across conferences, it seems like the teams on top of conferences are the ones who can put the ball in the net.
Yeah, when you look at that and you look at that number, you're like, yes, offense does win in a lot of games, but we talk about defense winning championship. Well, the reason they get a lot of points is because they play great defense as well. A lot of turnovers, things of that nature are going to lead to a lot of those points. And I think the biggest thing is controlling the basketball, making sure you attack the rim on defense, box out, make sure you don't give those second chance points. A lot of these teams that are scoring a lot of points is because they crash the boards on offense. We've seen that last week as well. You crash the board, you're going to score a lot of points.
So hit your buggy and strap your bonnet, because when it comes to action, we'll be on it. It's Westview and Fairfield, and we've got the opening tip coming up next on 46.
This is the WHME TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week. Brought to you by Intera Credit Union, South Bend Orthopedics, Bill's Heating, Jordan Automotive Group, Teachers Credit Union, IU South Bend, Electrical Workers Local 153, Crown Trophy, Imagineering Finishing Technology, and the IHSAA.
This edition of the TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week is being brought to you by the Jordan Auto Group. Simple, easy, stress-free. Welcome back inside the Falcons Nest here in Benton as we get you ready for this Northeast Corner Conference clash between Fairfield and Westview. Time now to look at our keys to win, brought to you by the Jordan Auto Group. And when you talk about the Westview Warriors, you have to start with LaGrange County's all-time leading scorer. His name is Charlie Yoder, the 6'4 senior forward. Hasn't decided on where he's going to college yet, but he's got plenty of recruiters. That'll happen when you average 28.5 points and 10 rebounds a game. But he doesn't have to do it alone. He's got Drew Litwiller on the inside, 6'4 junior. He's right around 10 points and 5 rebounds a game, and coming off a career-high 17 points in an overtime loss to Prairie Heights last week in the conference tournament. The keys to win for Rob Yoder and the Warriors.
Number one, they got to defend the arc, and the thing is, Fairfield has trouble scoring a large amount of points. If you keep them to 2 points every time they score, that's going to be a big advantage for you. You got to apply pressure. You got to try to make them make mistakes, and you got to start quickly, and then you got to sustain it. This is a team in Westview that really likes to get up and down the floor. Their head coach, Rob Yoder, is 291 and 124 in his 5th season. Wants to develop the team this season.
I think that our kids, against a very good schedule front part of the season, have really showed improvement. They've worked hard. and we've been really competitive. And I think we're getting better. They just get better with more experience. We had a lot of guys that had not seen much time, hadn't been really experienced. So to go against the teams that we've had to go against, I think we've done really well, and we're showing signs of becoming a better team.
The Falcon is fierce here at Fairfield, and the eyes of the Falcon will be on Nolan Sherrick tonight. The 6-foot senior guard is the leading scorer on this Fairfield squad. He's averaging 14 points and 5 rebounds a game, and this game's always extra special to him because he's a transfer from Westview. And then there's Cade Gall, the 6-foot senior guard. He's coming off a career-high 20 against Eastside in the Northeast Corner Conference Tournament. Gall averaging a little over 6.5 points a game and an outstanding foul shooter. The keys to win for Randy Deschone and Fairfield.
Well, first of all, they have to secure the basketball. Can't turn it over, can't give any advantages to Westview at all. They got to put a yoke on Yoder. Now, people around here know what that means. And the thing is, you got to find a way. You can't stop him, but if you can slow him down or keep him at a reasonable pace, that'd be good. They got to believe they can achieve. And this is a team, as I said, is buying into Coach Deschone, getting better every week, and he sees progress in his team. And he also sees a need to do things a little differently tonight, at least against Westview.
Well, the first 3 quarters were basically 4 to 6 point quarters where we lost and we missed shots and had some costly turnovers. So as we talked earlier, turnovers are the big thing with us. Take away the turnovers and get some buckets, and it could be a good game.
Westview has bragging rights in the battle, not only for the series, but the last time they met up. They'd like to keep them here in Benton tonight. Those are Jordan Automotive keys to win. Tip-off between the Warriors and Falcons next on 46. This edition of the TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week is being brought to you in part by Intera Credit Union. We get it because we live here too. Back at the Falcons' nest in Benton, both teams have returned to the court. Before the boys' game tonight, there was a girls' basketball game between these two schools, and early on it was Lucy Rensberger with the bucket, but back came Fairfield with Michaela Stutzman. And then Kara Kitson had a big night for the Falcons with 14 points. Hallie Mast helped keep Westview in it, and Kate Welsh had 13, including a big 3 here early. But it was the 3-point shooting of Fairfield. Brooke Sanchez with 15 points, and the Falcons win at 58-41. They're 13-8 now on the season, and a contender with Bremen in the 2A sectional.
And that was a game that was tied at 28 at halftime. So a really good second half for Fairfield. They took it to them defensively as well. So it was a good ball game, and there was a JV game before that. We've got a lot of basketball here already, and looking forward to a good matchup here tonight between Westview and Fairfield.
Well, we got a packed house here. They want to know what the starting lineups are. I'm sure our viewers do too. Go ahead and give them to us.
Well, we'll give them to you for Westview first, brought to you by Shipshewana Fitness. And for Westview, Charlie Yoder is the top man. He is a 6'4" senior. All-time leading scorer with still a half a season to go, and he is an outstanding player. Drew Litwau is also a forward. He's a 6'4" junior, and then you got 3 guards in the offense. And Luke Miller is a 5'11" junior, wears number 31. His twin brother Lyndon Miller is a 5'11" junior, wears number 23. And keep an eye on Blake Egley. He's number 21, 5'7", a senior, and he can shoot that 3-pointer. And now the starting lineups for Fairfield, brought to you by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and Trent Hostetler. And it's quite a group that they've got here tonight, and really appreciate all the support that we get from the folks at Farm Bureau Insurance. A big sponsor of Indiana high school sports, not only here, but all around the state of Indiana. Starting lineup now for Fairfield. And a guard is number 20, Riley Bayless, 5'10" senior. Also the guard, number 21, Nolan Sherrick. He's a 6-foot senior. Number 23 is Cade Gall, 6-foot senior. He also will be at a guard. Then the forward, Bryce Willard, a 5'10" senior. He'll wear number 24. And Justin Bontrager is a 5'10" senior. He'll wear number 3, so not an over a month size for Fairfield and their head coach Randy DeShawn. But they've got everything set to go tonight against Westview. Got to do the best they can defensively against them, and looking forward to a good matchup.
91st renewal of this series that started back in 1965. There have been many years where these schools have played 2, sometimes 3 times. Westview leads at 56-34, and in fact, these two teams played just 10 days ago, with Westview winning 75-44. There you see Dan Byler, the Westview Whistler, trying to get this crowd fired up, at least the Warrior fans. Everybody around these parts very familiar with Dan's skills, and the Westview fans all fired up as well, Bob.
The opening tip tonight sponsored by Millersburg Lumber, and here to call the action in this big Northeast Corner Conference matchup, my partner, our Family Broadcasting Corporation Sports Director, Chuck Freeby.
Westview in the red, Fairfield in the white. Charlie Yoder will jump against Nolan Sherrick. The tap won by the Warriors, who are 9-3 on the year. And as Bob mentioned, that opening tip sponsored by Millersburg Lumber. Ball kicked out to the corner, the birthday boy Drew Litweiler. Now Blake Egley. Everybody getting a touch for Westview on this opening possession. That is the marked man, Charlie Yoder, and he traveled. Riley Bayless has the defensive assignment, and that time he got Yoder out of whack.
He did, and the first number to go on the stat sheet is a turnover for Westview, and don't be surprised if they don't finish a game in single figures. They're not prone to turning the ball over.
The Fairfield Falcons 4-8 on the year. Their best win came over Eastside, 71-61. As we mentioned, they lost their last time out to this Westview team by 31. Riley Bayless needs some help. He'll get it over to Justin Bontrager. Charlie Yoder tried to poke it away from Bontrager. Nolan Sherrick, the leader on this team, briefly double teamed. Now Bryce Willard, and just like Westview, everybody getting a touch for Fairfield on the opening possession. Sherrick down on the low block with the left hand, couldn't get it to go. The rebound to Litweiler. Here comes Lyndon Miller and the Warriors across and driving down the baseline and getting the bucket of the bump for Westview is Luke Miller.
Miller, 5'11" junior, averages 6 points a game. He's on the board early.
Call the foul on Bryce Willard, his first. And Miller, only a 38% foul shooter, goes to the line for free throw sponsored by Weaver Furniture Sales. Miller misses that foul shot, but the rebound to his twin brother Lyndon. There's Charlie Yoder. Riley Bayless guards him. Out in the corner for 3, no good by Blake Egley, and a push-off foul on the rebound. Will they get Yoder or Litweiler for it? It's going to be Litweiler. It's his first.
Westview, number 25, Drew Litweiler.
Got a couple of 6'4" starters in that lineup for Westview, but not a whole lot of size on the bench beyond that. One young man, a 6'5" junior, is Caleb Corey. Doesn't play much.
The problem for Fairfield has been scoring, but the back door briefly open, and Sherrick couldn't take advantage. He missed the layup. The rebound to Westview, and the Warriors want to go in transition. Litweiler kicks it back outside to Charlie Yoder. 3 on the way, and Luke Miller can't connect. The rebound to Cade Gall. Sherrick with a burst of speed drops it off. Bayless couldn't get it to go. Fairfield getting good shots. They just can't get them to drop right now.
And one and done on the boards for Westview, doing a good job there.
Absolutely. Yoder drives left and kicks it out. Now Yoder, topside triple finds a home. Charlie Yoder's 3 is sponsored by Topeka Graphics, and it's a 5-0 Westview lead. At the other end, the 3 missed by Bontrager. Here comes Litweiler. Yoder. Is he feeling it? He's going to penetrate and set it back up. Over on the other side, Miller for 3 misses. Yoder, the offensive rebound, puts it up no good. Kicks back out to Luke Miller for the rebound, and Westview dominating the glass in the early going.
A lot of those are offensive boards.
Litweiler airballs the three. Here's Nolan Sherrick. Sherrick tried to go the distance, and instead he was fouled by Luke Miller.
Strange to see Charlie Yoder miss that putback underneath.
You take a look at his dad, Rob Yoder. Says he's enjoying every minute of coaching his son, and that situation reciprocated when we talked to Charlie earlier in the week.
Fives are wild on the scoreboard. 5:05 to go first quarter. 5-0 lead for Westview.
Sherrick takes the inbounds pass, and Randy DeShone hollers out a play from in front of the Fairfield bench. Sherrick tried to hit the cutter, but Litweiler knocked the pass away.
7-1 on the board so far for Westview, and that includes, Chuck, 3 offensive boards. Last week, offensive boards were key in the win that we saw in our game of the week.
Well, Westview has a huge length advantage in this game. They've got the 2 6'4" players, as you mentioned, and the wingspan on both Litweiler and Yoder is formidable. Owen Miller, the 6'1" sophomore, in the game now for the Falcons. Here's Riley Bayless. Bayless not considered much of a scoring threat, but he gives it to Sherrick, and Sherrick got double teamed on the baseline. Whips the pass to Owen Miller for 2. Miller, the 6'1" sophomore, averages 7 points a game. Randy DeShone really liking the development that he's seen from him in the first 12 games of the year, and a blocking foul called on Riley Bayless.
Ooh, that was close. Looked like it might have gone either way.
We'll get another look here from South Bend Orthopedics, and you tell us what you saw. Looked like Yoder might have given him a little push off down at the midsection, but that's not how it was called.
Yeah, and Bayless moving when the contact happened.
Meanwhile, they double team Yoder. That means somebody's open, and it's Blake Egley for 3. He can't hit, and the ball out of bounds off Westview, as Yoder was nearly undercut down there inadvertently by Bayless, who's limping somewhat as he goes down the court. Now, Mason Yoder and Brady Yoder, cousins to Charlie Yoder, check in. And Bontrager will come back in for Fairfield, as Bayless is obviously hobbled a little bit. Which that will change the defensive assignments for Fairfield, and we'll have to see how Westview tries to exploit that. In the meantime, Owen Miller for 3, airballs it. Litweiler with the rebound. Litweiler, the birthday boy, takes it across and gives it off to Brady Yoder. Now Mason Yoder. And we'll have to start using first names a lot tonight.
Yeah.
The only thing we don't have is baby Yoder.
You know, we got a freshman Yoder. That's traditional
True.
live on.
Now Nolan Sherrick trying to guard Charlie Yoder. And that left another Yoder open. Litweiler's tip no good. Again tipped around, and it comes off to Mason Yoder, and a foul called on Fairfield. This time it's on Cade Gall, his first, but nobody in the vicinity of the backboard wearing white.
Boy, Litweiler had a good look. Wasn't able to put it back, but another offensive board.
Dalton Kripe will check in for Fairfield. We want to thank our live stream sponsor, Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent Trent Hostetler, who came to visit us before the game. Trent sponsoring our live stream on both Facebook and YouTube tonight. We sure do appreciate it. Charlie Yoder for 3. It's off the mark, and the rebound to Bontrager. 5-2 Westview. Sherrick spinning. Miller for 3. That's off the mark. The rebound, Charlie Yoder. Westview with numbers. 4 on 2. He'll drop it off for Mason Yoder for 2. Well, Charlie Yoder, definitely the leader of this inexperienced Westview team. And you can see it in the demeanor on the court. Now we've got a charging foul on Dalton Kripe as he put the elbow right into a Westview defender.
Pretty physical play out here tonight, which you'd expect from these two. Teams are But located about 30 miles apart, we found out the other day. And so what is that, 2,700 miles they've experienced and playing each other 90 times?
Yeah.
See how I figured that out?
Some of those might have been on a neutral court, but we'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Charlie Yoder outside, and that's Brady Yoder for three. It's sponsored by Topeka Graphics, and all of a sudden, Westview up by 8. Underneath, another offensive foul on Gall.
Yeah, he wanted to get some again, and this is his second.
You'll watch it again, and he lowers the shoulder right into Brady Yoder that time. Meanwhile, Charlie Yoder with the crossover found the open man underneath, and it's an easy 2 for Lyndon Miller. Randy DeShone wants a timeout. It's sponsored by Tiffany's Restaurant. 1:55 to go first quarter. All Westview early on. Warriors lead at 12-2 on 46. This edition of the 46 Game of the Week being brought to you in part by IU South Bend, fulfilling the promise.
Imagineering Finishing Technologies celebrating 60 years as the industry knowledge source for metal finishing solutions. 60 years of serving the automotive, medical, aerospace, and military and defense industries. Go to IFTworldwide.com for more information. Like the teams in tonight's game, they're working toward a great finish.
Well, it has not been a great start for the Fairfield Falcons. They find themselves in a 12-2 hole with 1:55 to go here in the first quarter. Randy DeShone asking his team during the timeout. He's not as concerned about the offense because they've been getting good shots. He's concerned about the fact that Westview was able to get layups underneath.
The score is 12-2, and that's about the rebounding margin. It's 12-3.
A 1-2-2 press here by Westview. This was very effective in the conference tournament. But Sherrick with the bucket and the bump. And that's a way for Fairfield to get right back in it. Nolan Sherrick's first basket of the night. You get another look from SBO, Bob.
He missed his first 2 shots tonight. And at the free throw line now where he shoots 63% on the season.
Nolan Sherrick, an all Northeast Corner Conference player in both football and basketball, as you see Riley Bayless check back in. Quality leader with great character. Sherrick hits the free throw. And it's a 7-point Westview lead. Charlie Yoder double team. Miller down low to Litweiler. Litweiler working on the post, drops it in with the right hand. He's got some nice post moves. The 6'4" junior averages about 10 points a game.
Remember him when he was first starting out as a freshman, sophomore. A lot of promise, and he's realized it.
Meanwhile, Kripe can't get that one to go, and another Westview rebound. Yoder handling things from the point, misses the topside shot, and the rebound off to Bayless. Fairfield, another call from Randy DeShone on the sidelines to indicate what play he wants to run. Kripe goes down, missed the layup. The rebound bounces around to Bontrager. He's short with the shot. Yoder kicks it out, and standing at the other end, cherry picking, is Mason Yoder. Bayless had it knocked away and out of bounds by Yoder. It's Westview ball, and both teams will go to the bench. Bryce Willard will check back in here for Fairfield, and Holden Blosser will come in as well for the Falcons.
For Bontrager's miss looked like a automatic putback.
Sherrick, a quick triple, won't go. The rebound to Mason Yoder. He's had himself a nice first quarter coming off the bench. Rob Yoder calling out the play from the Westview bench. Looks like the Warriors want to hold for one. Bayless guarding Charlie Yoder. Yoder kicks it in to the lane. Miller missed the layup, but Yoder with the putback to beat the buzzer. Well, it was that kind of quarter for Charlie Yoder. He's not only the leading scorer for this Westview team thanks to his shooting, he's also the guy distributing the ball so others can score, and the Warriors lead at 18-5 on 46. This edition of the TV46 High School Basketball Game of the Week being brought to you by South Bend Orthopedics, the team physicians for the University of Notre Dame since 1947. Third member of our crew down on the sidelines, Bo Hunt, with the Bills Heating Sideline Report. Bo, your thoughts on what you saw from Westview in that first quarter?
I think the two biggest things I saw was the ability to spread the ball around. They had 6 guys in the scorebook just in that first quarter alone. And before anybody even scored their second bucket, they had those 6 guys in the scorebook. The other thing is their ability to get to the board. Their second chance points, I think, are one of the biggest keys to that big lead in the first quarter, guys.
I'm not sure Fairfield's got an answer for that, Bob.
I'm not sure they do either, Chuck. And one of the things that happens when you turn the ball over and you get out-rebounded, you don't get as many shots. In that first quarter, Westview had 19 shots from the field, and Fairfield had 11.
Again, the 1-2-2 pressure offered by Westview, giving them a chance to trap up top, and Yoder did, nearly forcing the turnover. Now the wraparound, and we'll see if it's a held ball or a foul called on Yoder. It's a foul on Yoder, and that's the right call. He wrapped right around him. You'll see it here on the SBO replay.
Absolutely. Still battling for the ball and unable to come up with it. Our thanks to the team from St. Andrews Products for making our crew look good. They can do the same for your school or corporation. Call them at 1-800-628-9922 or reach them by email at sales@standrewscorp.com. Your expectations become our standards, and our answer is always yes. Now, what's the question?
Owen Miller with an answer for Fairfield. He hits a 3 for the Falcons to make it a 10-point game. Owen Miller, the leading scorer for Fairfield tonight with 5. Westview, Ben Burkett in the game now. He wears number 11 for the Warriors. Westview showing good patience against this Fairfield defense. Litweiler kicks it outside. Yoder down on the block, fires it up and gets it to go with this velvety touch. Charlie Yoder averages 28 points a game. He has 7 so far tonight.
Chuck, you mentioned what a good job he does distributing the ball. He averages almost 4 assists per game.
Bayless, fadeaway, couldn't get it to go, but Willard underneath. Big guy can't get it. How about the Miller getting it to go? He was hacked in the act as Owen Miller now has 7, and he'll go to the line for free throws sponsored by Battery Tech.
Westview number 21, Blake Eckley.
A rare crashing of the boards by the Falcons tonight.
Did a good job of getting on the boards, and some good work inside there by Bryce Willard on the offensive rebound.
Owen Miller, a 69% free throw shooter, hit a key free throw in their win over Lakeland. Plays baseball as well, participated in the conference home run derby. And he already has surpassed his average tonight with 8 points. Underneath, Litweiler, double team, couldn't get it to go, but the tip is good. Drew Litweiler, who said he put on 10 pounds in the offseason, hides it well.
I invited him to come to my eating camp this summer.
He has 4 tonight. Miller feeling it. Got it. Owen Miller now has 15 three-pointers on the year. And Fairfield back within single digits, but Charlie Yoder trying to answer, couldn't. Luke Miller, the rebound, no good. Sherrick has numbers. Falcons want to run. Outside, Bontrager off the mark. Oh, going to go with a friendly house. 5-point ball game, and all of a sudden the Falcon fans are into it.
Bontrager's first basket of the night.
Ben Burkett, Blake Egley. That won't go. Sherrick controlling the glass. Fairfield with a momentum surge here. Bontrager for 3. Not that time. Yoder the rebound.
Well, they got the house bouncing a little bit too. A lot of people excited here.
Fairfield students into this one. Litweiler underneath, couldn't get it to go. His rebound blocked, but a foul called on the Falcons, and good sportsmanship shown by Dalton Kripe as he helps them back up.
Folks, think Pyramid Equipment for your snowplow needs, sales, services, and installations of residential and commercial grade snowplows, parts, and salt spreaders. Pyramid offers military, police, and fireman discounts. Find us at pyramidequipment.com.
Drew Litweiler, a 63% free throw shooter, taking free throws sponsored by Weaver Furniture Sales. Misses that one. You'll see Cade Gall and Bryce Willard check back in here. Litweiler, the junior class president. He's a member of National Honor Society, very interested in going into elementary education. Couldn't get the free throws to go, though. Gall with the rebound. 5 minutes before halftime, 5-point game. Owen Miller, he's been the man so far for Fairfield, and he'll go to the line after being fouled by Litweiler.
Not afraid to take the ball inside, not afraid to go in and create some contact. Drew Litweiler has got the foul. Folks, Topeka Graphics, proud to support the community and high school athletics. Stop in and see him when you've got some special graphic needs. Topeka Graphics, one of our sponsors tonight.
Randy DeShone was absolutely glowing when he was talking about Owen Miller with us this week. Talking about how much of a better player he has become since the beginning of the year. And boy, that's really being shown tonight as he's got 12 points already.
He's had a great second quarter.
And remember, Fairfield was trailing by 12 at the end of one. If Miller can hit this free throw, it's a 3-point ball game.
Got a head coach that really believes in the system that has been proven over the years at a lot of different places.
The 6'1" sophomore buries it. Fairfield only down 3. Let's see what Charlie Yoder can do with this possession. Down low, it's Miller, lost the handle, Fairfield ball.
Just a second turnover tonight for Westview.
There you see Randy DeShone, state championship coach at Jimtown. Back in 2004, he spent 20 seasons there. Couple of years on the bench at Elkhart Central, and in talking to Randy before the game, he admitted he missed being on the sidelines. He missed being a head coach, and now he's got an opportunity in what he feels is a great community, and Sherry makes it a 1-point game. How about this second quarter for the Falcons? Yoder gives it up down low. Miller couldn't get it to go, and then over the back on Westview.
My.
Fouls on Westview, number 31. Luke
They'll
Miller.
call it on Luke Miller, his second. One in the bonus situation now for Fairfield.
Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Trent Hosteller is here to help with all your insurance needs. You get a level of attention and understanding that you deserve when you call the Goshen office and ask for Trent. That number is 574-534-2611. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, you're good at being you. We're good at your insurance.
Bryce Willard couldn't hit the free throw. So here comes Westview the other way, trying to add to a 1-point lead. Luke Miller lobs it down low. Charlie Yoder had to kick it back outside. Now Yoder on the wing. Egley inside the arc, hits one. Blake Egley, the 5'7" senior, with his first basket of the night. A rare 2-point effort.
Missed his first 4 3-point shots tonight.
Meanwhile, coming over and getting called for the quick foul is Lyndon Miller. And that'll send Fairfield back to the line.
Fouls on number 23, Lyndon Miller.
And again, it's Owen Miller going to the line for Fairfield. If you're confused with all the Millers and the Yoders here, well, it's kind of family reunion time when these two schools get together.
Got it.
Owen Misses the first. The rebound knocked out of bounds by Cade Gall.
Tough miss there for
Randy Deshone asked Cade Gall if he even touched it, and Cade shook his head no, and Randy just went the other way in exasperation.
There you go.
It's not as though the testimony would mean anything. 3 on the way for Westview, and it's hit by Brady Yoder. It's sponsored by Topeka Graphics, and the freshman has buried a couple of threes. He had his career-high 12 against Fairfield 10 days ago. Willard made a nice catch to get the ball to Sherrick. Owen Miller for 3, not that time. Willard chases it down.
How about that guy?
Crowd appreciates the hustle. Oh, look at the ball movement and the foul called on Mason Yoder as he came over with the guillotine.
Fouls on Westview, number 13, Mason Yoder.
Cade Gall slow to get up, and you'll see why here.
Hammer job. Folks, if you want the finest Amish cooking around, you need to visit Tiffany's Restaurant in Topeka. Daily specials under $6 with the best homemade pies. Plus, Tiffany's has an awesome buffet from 4 to close every Friday and Saturday. Tiffany's gives you a dining experience you won't soon forget. Tiffany's, wonderful food in Topeka.
Randy Deshone continuing the shuttle off the bench is Cade Gall with a rare miss at the foul line. He is a 90% free throw shooter on the year. Got that one to go. 27-22 Warrior lead. Fairfield got as close as one a little while ago. Charlie Yoder down on the block, and he is fouled.
It could be number 3.
Oh, they're going to call it on Cade Gall, and that would be his 3rd.
At the line shooting 101 for Westview is Charlie Yoder.
So instantly Owen Miller will check back in as Charlie Yoder, a 78% free throw shooter, goes to the line for free throws. Sponsored by Weaver Furniture Sales.
Gall averages 6.5 points a game, has 1 so far tonight.
Charlie now with 8 points tonight. Smooth left-hander. He says he's put on 20 pounds since last season. I can see it a little bit more in him.
Folks, Millersburg Lumber is your one-stop shop for all your hardware and lumber needs. They have everything you need to complete that home project or your do-it-yourself list, and they'll treat you like you're part of the family. Open 7:30 to 5 Monday through Friday, and Saturday 7:30 to noon. Call them at 642-3158. That's 642-3158, Millersburg Lumber.
Well, turnovers at both ends. Fairfield had one, and then after the Brady Yoder miss on the 3, a traveling call on the offensive rebound for Westview. Fairfield gets the ball back. A little more than 2 minutes to go before halftime, when we'll have our Southwind Flooring halftime report featuring our TCU Student Athletes of the Week. Fairfield with good ball movement here, and Kripe gets tackled.
First down.
Matt Thacker probably would have appreciated that.
Fouls on Westview, number 13,
The Fairfield football
Mason Yoder.
coach who
The line shooting
took
2
his team from
Fairfield,
0
number
wins
13,
to 6
Dalton
wins
Kripe.
last fall.
Did some great renovation here at Fairfield High School in the football stadium. Nice commitment to those young men.
Dalton Kripe, 79% free throw shooter, was a member of that football team as a running back and a linebacker, and he misses the first.
And for Westview, number 31, Luke Miller.
Shipshewana Fitness Center is proud to support Westview High School basketball and the Shipshewana community. Experience the new hydro massage bed with red light therapy. Stop by to try the new Herbalife Energy Bombs. Shipshewana Fitness Center, a place for living well, is not just a business, it's a calling. Shipshewana Fitness, located at 505 East North Village Drive in Shipshewana. Give them a call at 260-768-4705.
Free throw line has not been kind to the Falcons tonight, and Charlie Yoder not having his best shooting night either. Bontrager, flat-footed 3, is off the mark, and we've got a foul away from the ball. The ball hit the strap above the backboard. Randy Deshone not enamored with the shot selection that time by his team.
Bontrager has taken 6 shots in the ball game, made 1.
Saw Rob Yoder there on the sidelines, longtime assistant under Troy Neely. Troy's in the house tonight. But Rob has made a name for himself as a head coach with 9 sectional wins at Westview. Egley couldn't get the 3. Sherrick the rebound for Fairfield. Nice stop and go move by Sherrick. Found Bontrager for 3. Justin Bontrager with his second 3 of the night, his 12th of the year, back to a 4-point game. Charlie Yoder kicks it outside. Good ball movement by Westview, an open look for Miller, but he couldn't hit it. And then a foul called on Bontrager on the reach in.
That hurts.
Number 3, Justin Bontrager.
Andy DeShone turning to his assistant coaches on the Fairfield bench and talking about not having the block out. And that allows the shortest guy on the court, the 5'7" senior Blake Egley, to get the free throw line here. And the 60% free throw shooter hits the first.
Number 24, Bryce Willard.
By the way, the free throw is sponsored by Weaver Furniture Sales.
Teachers Credit Union understands the importance of growing your future. Whether you're growing your family, your square footage, or your business, Teachers Credit Union is here for you with financial solutions that will help you succeed. Visit tcunet.com to start growing your future today. Federally insured by the NCUA, they are an equal housing opportunity lender.
Egley missed the second free throw. Fairfield and Willard battling here. And Willard lost the ball and then I think is guilty of the foul. His second. Turnovers have been a problem for the Falcons throughout the season. They're averaging 20 turnovers a game. They've somewhat limited them tonight.
Done a little bit of that, and they've caused a few more for Westview than they're used to.
But they've given Westview a chance to add to this 5-point lead with Luke Miller going to the line. They fouled the right guy, only a 38% free throw shooter, but he hits that one. It's sponsored by Weaver Furniture Sales.
The guys who normally hit them are missing, and the guys who normally miss them are hitting.
Luke, a member of the Warrior baseball team, hits them both that time. The honor roll student ups the lead to 7. Fairfield moving the ball around. I don't know if they're going to hold for one shot here or not. Doesn't look like it. Owen Miller for 3. Bring it up. Man, is he hot. He's got 16.
And he had a great pass that time. Bayless really penetrated and dished out to a wide open player.
Underneath, the bucket wouldn't go, but Westview will go to the line again. As this time it's Lyndon Miller. Call the foul on Bontrager, his second. Lyndon, a 75% free throw shooter. Also an honor roll student, member of the cross country team. Gets the first one to go. He has 3 tonight. And again, they're sponsored by Weaver Furniture Sales.
1 free throw in the first quarter for Westview. They've had about 10 here in the second quarter.
So Lyndon Miller sinks a pair. And the free throw line right now, one of the differences in this game, is Westview has taken advantage of its opportunities and Fairfield has not. Falcons should be able to get the last shot here. Sherrick, Bayless, Willard. Couldn't go. Bayless, the tap, and it goes. It's a 4-point game as the teams go to the locker room. Randy DeShone's got to be thrilled with the effort from his team, and we go to Bo Hunt for a Bills Heating sideline report.
First half, you guys go, or first quarter, you guys were down by 13. That second quarter, what was the difference? You guys came out. I know you hit a lot of threes. What was that difference?
We missed shots early, probably 5 layups and 3 wide open threes, and then we hit shots. And it's developing that consistency. If we're hitting our shots and not turning the ball over, we can play.
Adjustment second half.
Well, I think we're doing all right on Charlie. The problem is we're covering him and we're not getting to the rim, so he's dumping for layups. We got to get our players to the rim when we're trapping him.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
All right, Bo, stick around, everybody. The Southwind Flooring halftime report with our TCU student athletes is next. What a show by Owen Miller in the second quarter. Big Sophomore's got 16, and it's a 4-point game in this rivalry in Elkhart County tonight.
And welcome back to Fairfield High School, where tonight Fairfield is taking on Westview. And we've got our student athletes to introduce to you. Brought to you by TCU. TCU reminds you to go online at tcunet.com and find out how you can become a member today. Well, with us from the home team, Fairfield, is Ryan Bayless. Ryan, we'll talk to you in just a moment. I want to talk to Doug Cavillo. He's with Westview High School and involved in a little bit of a different mix than what we're used to. You're an excellent wrestler, and you're also involved with the cheering team.
I do both. It's kind of hard to manage because I have to go to wrestling practice, straight to cheerleading. It's a lot to handle, but I get it done.
And you're getting it done in the classroom as well. Congratulations on your success.
Oh yes, thank you. It's hard to balance everything, but I just try and make time after school, do my homework, get it done, pay attention in class.
There you go. When you think about what you want to study, you got a pretty good idea where you want to go and what kind of business you want to do in the future.
Yeah, I'm really into science, so I think I'm going to go into biochemical engineering at UCLA. Beautiful out there.
Not a bad idea. It's a little warmer out there, too.
Oh, yeah, I won't have to deal with all this ice and snow.
This guy's all set on leaving. Talk about what else you're involved with at Westview High School.
Really, I weight lift after school. I help my peers. I train them. I help tutor them sometimes. Part of NHS.
That's busy enough, isn't it?
Yeah, it's hectic.
Let's talk about the people on your team at home and at school that have helped you along the way.
Well, my mom, of course. Huge shout out to her. My guidance counselors, they're great. They really helped me through the process. My coaches, obviously, amazing people. Can't get enough of them. My teammates,
That's great. We wish you all the best at UCLA. Be a good ambassador for the Midwest when you're out there on the West Coast.
Hopefully. Thank you.
All right. Doug Cavillo is our student athlete from Westview High School, and Ryan Bayless is with us from Fairfield High School. And Ryan, first of all, congratulations to you on all your success as well. You're a busy guy, but getting it done in the classroom and on the tennis court and the basketball court.
Yep. Yeah, it's a lot, but it's a lot of fun, and I have a lot of fun doing all of them.
It's a good program. You got a new coach at Fairfield. It's an interesting, especially for a senior. You gotta buy in right away. But talk about your involvement with tennis and where you got started with that.
Tennis. That's really what I like to do. It's a great coach, a great program. Couldn't be more thankful to play for a great Fairfield team.
Talk about what you're busy with in school besides tennis and basketball.
It's a lot of different things. Take a lot of different classes. Like to really broaden my experience.
Talk about what you want to do ahead in school. You're talking about going to IU now. You got to be careful down there. You got to stay focused. What do you want to study?
I'd like to study communications. Hopefully go into like advertising or marketing.
Good for you. All the best to you, and give a shout out to the people on your team that have mattered.
Coach has shown he's coming. He's done a great job. It's a lot to get used to, but he's so knowledgeable, and it's just great to learn from such a wise man. And my teammates have done a great job. I got a lot of seniors this year, so a lot of leadership and a lot of great people coming up. The program's in good hands.
How about the people at home?
Got to thank my mom and my dad. They do a great job supporting me so much, and my two sisters, Regan and Mally.
Congratulations on all your success. Best of luck.
Thank you.
All right. Ryan Bayless from Fairfield High School and Doug Cavillo from Westview High School. Our Student Athletes of the Week brought to you by TCU. TCU reminds you to go online at tcunet.com and find out how you can become a member today. We're back with some halftime stats and highlights in just a moment. You're watching the TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week.
This edition of the 46th Game of the Week being brought to you in part by the Indiana High School Athletic Association, partnering with TV 46 for 30 years. Halftime here in Benton. What a ball game we've got. Number 11 Westview on top of Fairfield by a count of 34-30. Chuck Freeby and Bob Nagel courtside. Very entertaining first half.
It really was, and I almost picture Rocky Balboa saying, "You're not so bad." You know, going into the game, you're thinking that Westview's got this team with the All-American candidate and Charlie Yoder, and you're thinking, boy, we're just going to try to compete. Well, they not only competed, they had a great run in the second quarter. Got to be in there right now around head coach Randy Deschone, showing a lot of confidence. I think, on the other hand, for Westview, I think Coach Yoder is telling them, we didn't play great, but we didn't play bad. We got a 4-point lead. Let's go to work.
Let's show you how it got to be this way here at Fairfield. It was all Westview in the early going. Charlie Yoder from the outside, and then he was distributing as well to his cousin Mason Yoder. Drew Litweiler was making a living down on the low block. Couple of buckets for him. Westview had a 12-point lead at the end of one, but then Fairfield found Owen Miller in the corner for three. This could become a recurring theme, but first of all, Miller would get the offensive putback here with the bucket and the bump, and then get the ball to Owen Miller for three. That's a pretty good strategy. All of a sudden, Brady Yoder finds the range for Westview to keep them in the lead, but Justin Bontrager with three, and did I mention getting the ball to Owen Miller for three over in the corner? Because he had 16 points in the first half, and Fairfield in the numbers competing very much with this Westview team.
They really are, and when you look at the shooting percentages, for example, 44% to 38% for Westview, and the three-pointers, both teams made three, but 3 out of 17 for Westview, and the free throw line, not a big factor, but an advantage for Westview. Rebounding favored Westview all during the first half. Turnovers, not much of a factor. Both teams got good quality shots almost every time down the floor, but Chuck, I'll tell you what, if Fairfield would have said, what do we need to do to stay in the game, they would have looked at these kind of numbers.
So it's a 34-30 Westview lead at the end of the first half. This has been our Southwind Flooring halftime report. Second half play-by-play from Benton comes your way next on 46. This edition of the 46th Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Crown Trophy. They're nationally known and locally owned. Before the second half gets underway, we go to Bo Hunt for a Bills Heating sideline report. Bo, I saw you got the ear of Rob Yoder at the break. What do you have to say?
Yeah, I got a chance to talk to Rob and asked him if there was any major adjustment in the second half, and he goes, yes, we have to rebound better and we have to finish inside. The two things in the second quarter that we didn't do very well, and we got to capitalize on those when we get them inside. Guys?
I would also go back to the keys to win at the beginning of the game where they said defend the arc, and they didn't do that very well in the second quarter either.
No, they didn't, but it was all about Miller, how he got the thing going. And I think one of the great things about Randy Deshone's attack is he's not building everything around Nolan Sherrick, who's a terrific player, but he's letting other people be a part of it, and that's making it tougher on Westview.
Kind of a 1-2-2 look here for Fairfield. Maybe even a triangle and two as Bayless stays with Charlie Yoder the whole time.
Sometimes maybe even just a different look to start the half.
Yoder trying to turn and find somebody. Now Egley for three, that's short. And the rebound, Willard goes to the ground to get it. And the wrestling match ensues, and somehow Westview comes away with it. Wow, a lot of bodies rolling that time. Underneath, Miller couldn't get it to go. Luke Miller will be going to the line for two. Sponsored by Weaver Furniture Sales.
Love the attitude down there of Willard. He went after that ball like as if to say, hey, that's mine, that's mine. Just didn't have time, and they couldn't get a timeout while he had it.
Looked like puppies rolling around on the ground down there. Yeah, so Luke Miller hits the first. Boy, he's helping his free throw shooting percentage tonight. The honor roll student had a career high 10 against Lakeland in the NECC tourney. He now has 6 tonight. It has been a very balanced Westview attack tonight. But part of that is because Fairfield has done such a good job defending Charlie Yoder. That did not help the Falcon cause. The pass to nowhere, and then Willard called for the foul.
Not a bad foul for Willard, although it's his third. The thing is, that was going to be a one-on-one situation that he wasn't going to win, and he made the contact before the shot.
But Westview has opened up a 6-point advantage early here in the third. Litweiler thought about the three. Instead, it's Miller down on the block. Litweiler won't think about it this time. He'll just take it. Egley, another offensive rebound. Litweiler couldn't get it to go, but Charlie Yoder does. And Randy Deshawn exasperated at the lack of a box out. Sherrick showing good poise getting around that double team. Kripe to Bayless. Bontrager for three. Oh, the iron unkind. Sherrick underneath had it stripped away, and here comes Westview. Charlie Yoder being guarded by Bayless.
25 rebounds now in the game for Westview.
Yoder muscling through on the block, got it to go. And there you see the effectiveness of Charlie Yoder. Taking advantage of that 6'4" size underneath. He was able to bounce off Bayless, and he'll go to the line when we come back. The timeout sponsored by Tiffany's Restaurant. 6:09 to go in the third, and Westview has expanded the margin to 10 on 46. This edition of the TV46 High School Basketball Game of the Week being brought to you by the Electrical Workers, Local 153, making our community brighter.
Folks, get back in the game with South Bend Orthopedics, team physicians for the University of Notre Dame since 1947.
This is a key game in the Northeast Corner Conference race. Prairie Heights, which defeated Westview in the conference tournament in overtime, has a half-game lead over Central, Noble, and Westview. But Churubusco and Fairfield, yes, this Fairfield team that's 4-8 overall, is even in the loss column with all of the leaders. So if they could rally and pull off the upset, yes, it would be huge because it would deal a blow to Westview. But Fairfield is legitimately in contention at this moment.
And Owen Miller is getting ready to check back in, which they can sure use another spark like they got from him in the first half.
By the way, Yoder's free throw sponsored by Weaver Furniture Sales. Charlie Yoder now with 14 points tonight. And all of a sudden, Westview finds itself back up by 11. Their largest cushion of the game was back in the first quarter when they led by 12. The 1-2-2 press of Westview harassing the Fairfield guards. Sherrick, the best ball handler of the group, takes the 15-footer, but it's too strong. Yoder another rebound. Remember, he averages a double-double. And Charlie Yoder will go to the foul line for two more. Sponsored by Weaver Furniture Sales.
For 60 years, Imagineering Finishing Technologies has been the industry knowledge source for metal finishing solutions. They set the standard for industries including automotive, medical, aerospace, and military and defense. Go to IFTworldwide.com for more information. IFT has earned national accreditation and worldwide respect. Like the teams in tonight's game, they're working toward a great finish.
Fairfield students letting Charlie Yoder have it for the missed free throw. He redeemed himself on the second. Another turnover for Fairfield, and Westview on the break. It's Miller for two. Couldn't get it to go. Tipped up it in by Lyndon Miller. There to pick up his twin.
Wow.
And Randy Deshawn wants another timeout as you get another look from SBO.
Another big offensive rebound for Westview.
It is now a 14-point Westview lead with 5:28 to go in the third on 46. This edition of the TV46 High School Basketball Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Bill's Heating, keeping families and businesses comfortable since 1951.
St. Andrews Products has joined our team with the finest in promotional products, advertising specialties, business gifts, and apparel. Give them a call at 800-628-9922, or you can email us at sales@standrewscorp.com. your expectations become our standards? And our answer is always yes. Now, what's the question?
Since we have a Bills heating spot, we might as well get in a quick Bills heating sideline report. Bo Hunt, you're right down there at the end where Westview is playing offense, but my question has more to do with what are they doing differently defensively in this half that's giving Fairfield problems?
I think the biggest thing is just their aggressiveness down on the defensive end. They're just being a little bit more quicker to the ball, a little bit more passion out there. I think Rob put a little spark in their butt at halftime, and they're just playing just that little bit harder.
Yeah, but they still didn't get to Owen Miller for the three-point shot there. Miller with a career-high 19 tonight, but it's still Westview by 12. Litweiler with the left hand, and Yoder knocks it out of bounds.
Litweiler trying to use the other hand on that particular shot. Just didn't go, but a good look.
Hey, a reminder, our live stream tonight on Facebook and YouTube being brought to you by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance Agent and my guy, Trent Hostetler. King of the Elkhart County 4-H Fair and a great listener to Pulse FM. Actually, president of the fair. I realize if I call him King, that's some other title. There's Cade Gall underneath with the ball being knocked out of bounds, but he was fouled, so he'll go to the line. Call the foul this time on Blake Egley. That's his first.
Think Pyramid Equipment for your snowplow needs, sales, services, and installations of residential and commercial grade snowplows, parts, and salt spreaders. Pyramid offers military, police, and firemen's discount. Find out about all the details at PyramidEquipmentInc.com. PyramidEquipmentInc.com.
Gall, a pitcher on the Fairfield baseball team, knocks down both free throws. He has 3 points tonight. It's a 10-point lead now for Westview.
Chipping away.
Warriors trying to get in rhythm. Charlie Yoder now being guarded by Sherrick. They were looking for Litweiler on the block, but he was well covered. Yoder up top. Threw it right through the hands of Luke Miller. He was lucky to keep it in bounds.
Sherrick went for the steal, didn't get it, but recovered nicely.
Good defensive set that time by Fairfield as they knocked the ball out of bounds. You can tell Randy Deschone, he's nodding his head over here in front of the bench. He liked what he saw in that possession.
I think he's going to be able to say he liked it a lot what he saw already tonight, but boy, you'd like to see your guys grind their way back into it.
And remember, we told you they're only averaging 42 points a game. Oh, bucket and the bump right there for Luke Miller. It looked like he went right through Cade Gall, but they called the foul on Gall. And that's his fourth. Let's see what you see on the SBO replay. Well, the feet did keep moving.
They certainly did, and what a shot off the glass. You know, checking this third quarter, Westview is 4 out of 6 from the field. But more importantly, they're 5 out of 6 from the free throw line. And they're scoring any way they can, and right now they're going to be at the line again.
Yeah, the line has been very good to the Warriors tonight, and for most of the season. They're a 72% free throw shooting team as a team this season. 9 points now for Luke Miller, and the lead back up to 13.
Miller's 5 out of 6 from the line tonight.
And a strong rebounding game as well. Sherrick too strong. He wanted to bank it in. Got caught midstream. Yoder comes the other way in transition. Gets all tied up there. That'll be the 7th foul on Fairfield already here in the second half. So 1 in the bonus for Charlie Yoder.
Folks, Topeka Graphics wants you to know that they're proud of the community and the high school and all the high school athletic teams. Topeka Graphics proud to support the community and high school athletics.
Weaver Furniture Sales sponsors the free throws. Charlie Yoder now with 1,837 career points. So that puts him 163 away from some pretty exclusive company that we'll get to here in a little bit. It's a 15-point Westview lead.
Nice pass. There was some contact there, but another heads-up play by Riley Bayless.
They'll call the foul on Blake Egley, and while the substitutions are made, let's show you the exclusive company I'm talking about. Charlie Yoder zoning in on 2,000. Those are the 5 players in our area's history that have scored 2,000 points. Cripe scores underneath. Delray Brooks leading the way. Charlie McKenzie played back in the 60s. Of course, Sean Kemp, everybody knows. Dan Palambizio, great career at Rogers. And then Kevin Alt, sometimes kind of forgotten in that group.
Great scorer at Warsaw.
And Yoder's got 11 games after this, but he also gets a lot of assists as he drops that one off to the birthday boy, Drew Litweiler, who now has 6.
Kind of have that feeling for each other, don't they? Know where each other's going to be on that penetration.
Meanwhile, a somewhat unforced turnover there for Fairfield. And you see how Westview can start to pull away here. Sherrick nearly got his hand on that. He did get his hand on this one. 2-on-1 for Sherrick. He'll go all the way for 2.
Number 21, Nolan Sherrick.
He's got 7.
When he's at his best up around the basket, he's had trouble with that 15-foot jump shot.
Yoder goes penetrating into the lane and draws another foul. It's going to be on Bayless, and that's his 3rd. And it sends Charlie Yoder back to the foul line. 78% free throw shooter, taking free throws, sponsored by Weaver Furniture Sales.
Randy Deshawn is talking to his players but lobbying with the officials. He said, if you keep your hands up, that'll be an offensive foul. Offensive foul.
Charlie uses the head and shoulder fake well. As you see, can slash to the basket. And the thing about Charlie is he rarely gets these points in big 3-point shooting nights. He gets a lot of points at the foul line. That's true again tonight. He has 19 to lead the Warriors.
He's 7 out of 8 from the charity stripe.
Owen Miller had 19. He now has 22. You knew that was good the moment it left his hand.
Got that look about him tonight. A lot of confidence. That is 5 made 3-pointers in this ball game.
He had 13 for the season coming in. Yoder kicks it into the corner for Mason Yoder. He can't hit that one, and here comes Fairfield with numbers. Cripe, oh, nice defensive play by Mason Yoder. And at the other end, Charlie with an easy 2.
That's number 5, Charlie Yoder.
Dalton Cripe mad at himself for the pass that led to the easy basket for Westview.
It's a good effort. Folks, Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Trent Hostettler is here to help with all your insurance needs. You'll get the level of attention and understanding that you deserve when you call the Goshen office and ask for Trent. The number is 574-534-2611. That's 574-534-2611, Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. You're good to being you. We're good at your insurance.
Fairfield fans wanted a foul called on Westview there. Instead, Owen Miller slashes in, couldn't get it to go, but he'll go to the line as he was fouled on the way in.
Got about a minute and 2 seconds left to go in this 3rd quarter, and I think, if nothing else, Rob Yoder got what he wanted at halftime, and that was a more intense effort from his team in the 3rd quarter.
Owen Miller's free throws, sponsored by Battery Tech. He got that one to go with a friendly rim. 23 now for Owen Miller. And every point he scores is a new career high.
Got the sweet roll right there. That's not a bad idea if you're watching this in the morning.
There's a few places around Topeka, Shipshewana, Emma that you might be able to get one of those. Good ball movement by the Warriors. They find the open man with Litweiler. Westview can afford to be patient here with a 13-point lead in the waning seconds of quarter number 3. Yoder in the corner. Miller, head shoulder fake. It's Brady Yoder with the running left-hander that doesn't go. The rebound to Cripe. Nolan Sherrick and the Falcons may hold for the last shot. Owen Miller getting double teamed, so Bayless has it. Oh, but there's Miller. Put the ball on the ground. Look at the big fella with the left hand. You're seeing a star emerge tonight here in Benton.
We have a winner.
Fairfield with 25 points from Owen Miller, but the emotions running high in this one as they have for 91 tries. The hustle on the floor, the fiery Charlie Yoder with 21, and Owen Miller with 23, but it's Westview by 11 after 3 on 46. Friends, this edition of the TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Imagineering Finishing Technologies. IFT, where quality is a way of life, and a way of life for us between quarters. Bill's Heating Sideline Reports. Bo Hunt, your impressions of that third quarter and your impressions of the sophomore, Owen Miller.
Yeah, I was just going to get to Owen Miller, but, you know, that third quarter, I think the biggest thing was the intensity with Westview coming out. They just showed a little bit more of a sense of urgency out there on defense and really got Fairfield out of their game. Fairfield got 5 early fouls in that quarter. I think they had a lot to do to it as well. But, you know, Randy Deshawn wasn't lying when he was talking about this Owen Miller kid. He's only a sophomore, and the confidence that he shows out there when he catches that three-point shot, or now he's taking it to the hole, the ability to do that. If you can have both those two things, the ability to shoot outside and take the hole with confidence, he's going to be one heck of a ball player, guys.
They're not going to be averaging 40 points a game anymore, I guarantee you that. They're already at 45 tonight. And still in this one, if they can get a good surge here to start the fourth quarter. Cross-court pass goes to Riley Bayless. Bayless on the baseline. Brady Willard's shot is blocked by Charlie Yoder.
Don't bring that thing in here.
Meanwhile, at the other end, it's Brady Yoder with his third 3 of the night. The honor roll student has 9. And you saw the block shot by Charlie Yoder. That's just one more category where he is a leader on this Westview team. In fact, Charlie is a leader in every way. Scoring, rebounds, assists, blocks, steals, and, sorry, Charlie, fouls.
And he's getting it done in the classroom.
And he gets another steal here. The pass ahead to Litweiler for 2. Well, it was Fairfield that needed the spurt to start the fourth. Instead, it's Westview who gets it, and the Warriors lead by 16. Miller leaves it off for Cade Gall, who couldn't get the reverse layup. Westview with numbers again, and we've got a whistle and a pushing foul called against Mason Yoder. Or is it going to even be a technical here? I'm not sure. The officials are going to get together and have a conference here.
They might be looking for the degree of the foul here. If it was number 1, unnecessary.
Foul on number 13, Mason Yoder.
It's an intentional foul called on Mason Yoder. I think they said he shoved Brady Willard from behind. Rob Yoder going to have a word with his nephew.
Well, he does that. We'll tell you about the finest Amish cooking around. And if you want some, you got to visit Tiffany's Restaurant in Topeka. Daily specials under $6 with best homemade pies available. Plus, Tiffany's has an awesome buffet from 4 to close every Friday and Saturday. Tiffany's gives you a dining experience you won't soon forget.
Meanwhile, Bryce Willard misses the first of the free throws. He is a 57% free throw shooter on the year, shot putter on the track team. He hits that one. We think we might have a look at it from behind. Well, by that time apparently the foul had occurred. Keep an eye on 13 here. And yeah, I'm not exactly sure what they were calling there either. Meanwhile, as we resume live action, Owen Miller with another 2 points. He now has 27. And it's a 61-48 Westview lead. Yoder and Sherrick doing battle. Now it's Brady Yoder missing the three. Litweiler goes high for the rebound and gets the layup. Drew Litweiler in double figures tonight with 10. And Randy Deschone just cannot take watching anymore, not boxing out.
It's been a tough assignment, but you know what the other thing is kind of going on here is I think Westview might be in a little bit better shape, and by that I don't mean that Fairfield is in bad shape. I just know that the way they work at Westview and the expectations that they have for performance, you know, they go 7 or 8 deep, but they are in great shape. And
well, we watched practice the other day. They do a lot of running in their practice. Cade Gall on the dribble. Gall into the lane, puts it up, couldn't get it to go, but he was fouled.
Millersburg Lumber is your one-stop shop for all your hardware and lumber needs. They have everything you need to complete that home project on your to-do list, and they'll treat you like you're part of the family. They're open 7:30 to 5 Monday through Friday, and Saturday 7:30 to noon. Call them 574-642-3158.
Gall's free throw sponsored by Battery Tech. Cade 4 or 5 at the line tonight. Big Purdue and Chicago Bears fan. Couldn't get that one to go. 14-point lead for Westview. Charlie Yoder on the inside, charges. Well, Fairfield's been lobbying for that call all night. They finally got it.
Foul on Westview, number 5, Charlie Yoder.
Charlie does a pretty good job of selling it.
He did push off with the forearm down low, right into the body of Dalton Kripe. Meanwhile, Miller on the outside, and a timeout taken by Randy Deschone with 5:35 to go in this one. Westview up on Fairfield, 63-49 on 46. This edition of the TV 46 High School Basketball Game of the Week being brought to you in part by the Indiana High School Athletic Association, partnering with TV 46 for 30 years. Chuck Freeby, Bob Nagel, Bo Huff, back with you at the Falcons Nest in Benton, where tonight Westview has a 63-49 lead on Fairfield. 5:35 to go in this one. Terrific individual performance so far tonight by Owen Miller of Fairfield, who has 27 points.
Yeah, Fire Marshal just stopped and talked to Miller, said there's no smoking allowed in the arena, and he's smoking.
Well, the Fire Marshal could be active in this place tonight, too. It is standing room only here in the Falcons Nest. Kripe down the lane for 2. Dalton Kripe with his first basket of the game. The 6'1 junior makes it a 12-point contest. Litweiler underneath, got it to go. 2 for Drew.
What if he had actually gained that 10 pounds that he told us about?
Well, maybe he did.
He's 3 out of 3 here in the fourth quarter.
Maybe that was the extra strength that allowed him to go up there. They'll call the foul on Bontrager. That's his third. So Drew Litweiler, the 63% foul shooter, goes to the line. Big SpongeBob fan. Kind of like Larry Walker going into the Hall of Fame.
Right.
Litweiler now with 13. He had 17 last time out in their overtime loss to Prairie Heights. Bontrager, he's fouled up top by Brady Yoder. And that'll send Justin Bontrager to the free throw line for free throw sponsored by Battery Tech. He's a 50% foul shooter on the year.
He's had a pretty good night tonight, but came in averaging about 4 points a game. Certainly on that tonight.
Justin grew 3 inches in the offseason, member of the golf team here at Fairfield. Had not played down in the post before this season. Randy Deshaun talking about how his seniors have really had to make an adjustment this year, but they have done so willingly.
Another rebound for Westview.
Great pass from Charlie Yoder underneath, but the layup missed by Lyndon Miller.
With a little bit of contact there.
Meanwhile, Cade Gall and a blocking foul called on Charlie Yoder. That's his third.
Westview number 5, Charlie Yoder.
Wow.
And he's trying to look at the official. Like he lowered his shoulder and came into me. Well, while he goes to the free throw line, Cade Gall will tell you about Shipshewana Fitness Center, proud to support Westview High School basketball and the Shipshewana community. Experience a new hydro massage bed with red light therapy. Stop by to try the new Herbalife Energy Bombs. Shipshewana Fitness Center, a place for living well, is not just a business, it's a calling. Shipshewana Fitness is located at 505 East North Village Drive in Shipshewana. Give them a call at 260-768-4705.
Gall has made all 6 of his points from the foul line tonight. And a travel called on Westview. So a bomb here could make it a single-digit ball game for Fairfield.
They refuse to back down. Got to be proud of that effort tonight.
Remember, they lost to this team by 31 just 10 days ago. Sherrick down the lane, couldn't get it to go. Yoder, another rebound. He might be close to double figures in that. And Litweiler is getting some birthday gifts. 15 now for Drew. Miller down the baseline. Airballed it, but Willard works hard for the rebound and put it in. Yoder at the other end, some deft passing. And a blockout foul called on Bryce Willard, and I believe that's his 4th.
He's a battler, isn't he?
Actually, that's his 5th. He'll get a nice hand from the Fairfield fans for the hustle that he showed tonight. You'll get another look at the fallen down basket by Bryce Willard here. He is a shot putter on the team, and that's kind of the way it came out of his hands as Charlie Yoder misses the first free throw, sponsored here by Weaver Furniture Sales.
And the fans get on him pretty good.
Yoder now with 22 tonight as he hits that one. Remember, his average is 28.
Giving up quite a few of his opportunities to Litweiler tonight, and it's paying off big time.
Yeah, he's had a ton of assists and rebounds to go with the points tonight, and that's a typical Charlie Yoder night. Very talented and unselfish player. Fairfield down by 13 here, and Westview applying some very good man-to-man pressure. Miller went through the back door for 2. The sophomore has 29.
Becoming a scorer, isn't he?
Fairfield showing some offense tonight. Just haven't been able to show enough defense, but they get a steal there. Sherrick, Bontrager, blocked by Yoder. Get that shot out of here.
Close the front door. Man, he threw it right into the bench too.
Oh,
it landed right among some of the Fairfield Falcons. A couple of ruffled feathers.
Yeah, there was no doubt a little message was being sent right there. Bayless on the dribble for Fairfield. And lost it, and here's Charlie, and it's showtime. Timeout, Fairfield. Warriors by 13. Here's another look courtesy of SBO.
Oh, and he had all kinds of time. Filed a flight report. Got up there for the easy jam. you could just see the look on the face at the other end of the floor on Riley Bayless. As soon as they stole the ball and got away, got the outlet pass, it's like, you know what that's going to be.
So a 13-point Westview lead with 2:30 to go. Reminder, we've got more high school basketball coming your way next week. We go back into the Northern Indiana Conference, and we'll get our first look at the Airy down in Walkerton, where John Glenn, 10-win team already, takes on New Prairie. Shoot, they could be playing in the Bi-County Championship on Saturday night, but you'll definitely see them next Friday night at 11, Saturday morning at 9 on 46. I don't think Lyndon Miller can dunk, and he won't get the opportunity.
Yeah, Sherrick was out to get him and caught him from behind, knocked the ball out of bounds. Again, we're not seeing any quit from these Fairfield Falcons, nor from the Westview Warriors. They're playing hard all the way to the finish here.
Well, Fairfield's not giving them a choice. They have to play hard if they're going to survive in this. 13-point Westview lead. Charlie Yoder into the lane, gets 2 more. Bank is open in Benton on a Friday night, and Charlie's got 26. 2 minutes to go in this one. Westview on its way to win number 10 of the season for them. Gall with a left-hand hook, and Yoder another rebound. My goodness.
Got to have a double-double, if not a triple-double with the assist tonight.
Steal, though, by Fairfield, and a hooking foul called on Charlie Yoder.
That's 4 on Charlie Yoder.
Dad from the bench does not look amused.
Gave a nice hand to Lyndon Miller as he left the floor.
Here's Justin Bontrager going to the line. The senior averages 4 points a game. He has 7 tonight. His career-high 11 game against Elkhart Central. Missed that one. Litweiler gets a rebound. Fairfield 4-9, but we made the point in the pregame, Bob, that Randy Deshone talking about his team getting better every practice, every game. It showed tonight.
It really did, and the good news about our Indiana high school basketball tournament is that everybody qualifies, so as a coach you can go ahead and teach and be patient and get your team ready for the tournament, which, by the way, is just 5 weeks away. And the thing keep in mind is this weekend is the draw for the girls tournament on the 26th.
Sunday afternoon at 5. You can see it online at ihsa.tv. These free throws sponsored by Weaver Furniture Sales. Brady Yoder now in double figures tonight with 10 points.
Watch him during warm-ups tonight. He's got a nice shot.
Bontrager for 3. It hit the side of the backboard. Fatigue perhaps setting in a little bit now for Fairfield as well.
Down to about a minute to go.
Yoder into the lane. Westview content to move the ball around, knowing that they've got this win in the books. I think they tried a lob there to Charlie Yoder. It didn't quite work out. Not sure that's a play that they've worked on a lot in practice. And the Westview fans behind us come to their feet. Sherrick knocks the ball away.
Well, it's been what we expected, I think, in this third quarter and in the second half, and that Westview really picked up the intensity. Now,
Bryce Hunsberger will check into the game now for Fairfield, and Randy Deshone will clear his bench. Casey Murray, Brayton Chupp. Couple others coming into the game now. Maybe some guys from the JV that aren't on the original roster.
Randy Deshone wanted a chance to get some handshakes out to his guys who came out and played courageous basketball tonight. Averaging 40 points a game. They got 58 on the board against a team like Westview.
Drew Miller and Brandon Lehman will check in now for Westview. So all these guys get their name in the books for a quarter. And with 35 seconds left, it's a fait accompli.
Well, what a night for Owen Miller.
Great night for Owen Miller. Great night for Charlie Yoder. He's got 26 points tonight. And probably a chance to talk with Bo Hunt here in a matter of moments.
Drew Litweiler had a great game. But, our key players tonight really came through, as expected.
So the Westview Warriors go to 10-3 on the year with their second win over Fairfield this season. This one by the final score of 74-58. Stick around, everybody. Our post-game show is next, where we'll feature our Electrical Workers Local 153 electrifying play of the game and our IUSB fulfilling the promise player of the game. It's all next on the 46 Game of the Week.
Thanks for watching the WHME TV 46 High School Game of the Week, brought to you by
We got all these Yoders and Millers. Yoder's milling about tonight here on the floor at the Falcons' Nest as Fairfield falls to Westview tonight by a count of 74-58. Chuck Freeby, Bob Nagel courtside. Bob, I think the last time we saw a triple-double on 46, it may have been Skylar Dickens in a high school game. But Charlie Yoder had one tonight. 26 points, 14 rebounds, 10 assists.
And, he didn't have the great scoring night as far as, making everything that he throws up there. Did really well, made his last 5 shots in the ball game, but he found other ways to help his team. He certainly had a lot to do with Drew Litweiler having a great game. He had a lot to do with his, like he said afterwards, in talking to Bo Hunt, is very articulate, talking about how important it is for the younger guys who haven't had the major minutes in big games to continue to develop, and he's a big part of that.
Well, I guess Bob's sitting here predicting things because here's Charlie Yoder now, our IU South Bend fulfilling the promise player of the game, standing by, not so live with Bo Hunt.
Standing by with Charlie Yoder. Charlie, first off, congratulations being our player game, 26 points tonight. Just talk about this victory with against this Fairfield team. You just played a week ago.
I mean, it means a lot, especially in conference play. I think they had one loss, too, coming into it, so they were tied for first as well. So, I mean, we just have to keep winning conference games and keep ourselves in the discussion for the conference. We got another big one tomorrow, so we got to refocus on that quick.
We've seen you over the past 4 years, and your team last year versus the team this year. You lost a lot of seniors, lost a lot of guys. What's the biggest adjustment for you this year?
I mean, I think we're just figuring each other out. We didn't, I mean, at the beginning of the year, it wasn't quite as balanced, and then now we're figuring out, and I think every day we get better, and we're just really working hard, and I think it's paying off.
Talking about working together, you guys had 6 guys on the scoreboard just in the first quarter alone. Drew with a big game tonight as well.
Drew played well. I think we're really coming along, and our young guys are adjusting well to varsity basketball. Most of the people on this team haven't played major minutes on the varsity yet, so for them to come out and just keep improving like they are and playing like they did tonight, I mean, helps us tremendously.
Charlie, I'm sure we're going to see you in the sectional.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
And now it's time for our Electrical Workers Local 153 electrifying play, but in this case, it'll be plays of the game because we felt like Owen Miller deserved a little something for his effort tonight. He had a career-high 29, and he'll hit one of these threes, which helped electrify the Falcon fans, but Mr. Yoder also had a fairly electrifying play.
Yeah, he did, and it was a special call by my partner here. Hey, showtime. And he went down and finished it off. And again, he could do that so many more times in a game if that was important to him. But you get 2 points, whether it's a short basket, using the glass, or slam dunking it. So he saves his time and his spots. But yeah, Owen Miller was outstanding. He didn't just, like, his average, or his previous high was 16. He didn't have 17. He didn't have 18. He found out that he's a guy that can really score the basketball, and that's going to lift this team the rest of the season.
So Randy Deshawn's team falls to 4-9. They'll face West Noble Friday. Westview has to recover from a lot of energy expended tonight and turn around, play Garrett in a conference game tomorrow night on the road. Not an easy assignment for Rob Yoder's team.
No question about it. Should be fun.
Should be fun next week, too, but our thanks to our TV46 crew who brought us this one tonight. Our production manager, Dean Korsmo, leading the way with our usual cast of characters. Reminder, we've got college basketball for you on the weekend. Sunday at 1 on 103.1. It's Maryland and Indiana on 92.1 and 96.9. At 2, the Notre Dame women take on Virginia. The next Friday night, NIC action comes your way as we make our first pilgrimage to Walkerton for New Prairie and John Glenn on next week's Game of the Week. Now for my broadcast partners, they're Hall of Famers, you know, Bob Nagel and Bo Hunt. It's Chuck Freeby. Once again, the final. The Westview Warriors go to 10-3 on the year with a 74-58 win over Fairfield. Chuck Freeby saying so long from beautiful